Hi, ladies. I'll wait until you guys get on. I thought I'd start our session with a little jazz, you know? It's probably early for a lot of you, so I'm not trying to be aggressive today, you know? I'm in my kitchen, by the way. Hi. Hold on, I'm trying to get everything I need. And by the way, of course, when I go live, the construction starts. Tell me if you can hear me, if you're coming on. Okay, hold on. What am I looking for? Oh, okay. What else? Hi, who's joining? Who's on right now? Let me know. Hi, Crystal. Good morning. I have coffee. I know it's midday for me, but I've just been go this whole since the start of this morning. So I'm like, I need a little coffee. Hi, Christy. Oh, you want to come in here, Astro? Astro just hears all the excitement. If you want to come in. Can you guys hear me? We're in my kitchen, by the way. Yay! We're all drinking coffee this morning. I'm so glad you guys are here. And it's crazy, you know, for me to do this video because I don't really get asked that much about what I do, but we travel a lot and health is so important to us because, well, it's the foundation of everything that we do, right? Because if you aren't taking care of you, how can you take care of everything else around you? So there are some things I just wanted to share with you guys that I think are things that I use, and I don't know if it's something that interests you or something that you just want more information about, we can definitely get it on the site. Okay, baby. Okay. He's gonna throw up. This is the life of me and Astro, okay? You drink so much water and then he pukes it up. Does anybody have a dog like that? So I'm gonna show you some things that I use and some things that I do after I travel because let's just be real, traveling takes a lot out of you. And I feel bad when, people are like, are you excited? Whenever I have an upcoming trip because we travel so much, are you excited? And I'm like, no, because to my core, I'm just like I'm a homebody. I mean, I don't like to stay at home that much. I like traveling, but it's just, you get me, like back to back, that ain't me. So I love my charcoal tablets. Yes, but you're not supposed to be taking that all the time. Only when charcoal is so good for you when you eat something bad or you've had a little too much to drink. It really helps push out the toxins. Hi, ladies who are joining. Comment who's coming on because I can't really see names. I can only see when you comment. So I'm just going to have a little swig of my coffee. Ooh. Who else is on? Who else is on? Where are you coming in from? How are you guys loving this group? Because, this is my first major group. I should have done this a while ago. How are you guys loving it so far? Let me know. What are some things that you want to see? What are some things that you want us to do? Now that you've seen the site, what things do you want us to cover? This is really just about you. Does this camera make me look weird? I don't know. It's weird. Hi, Lisa. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. Pause that off. Wait, hold on. Pause that off. I'm going to turn it off or pause it. Can you guys still hear me okay? Are we good? Some hearts if you can still hear me. What's going on? Do you guys hear the construction? So this week we got back from Asia. We were in Korea and Japan, and that was a trip. Obviously, you guys heard my podcast episode. It was interesting. It was a beautiful trip, but like my body was thrown out of whack. I think traveling for me, I have a really sensitive body. I think a lot of us do, but I'm really I can eat something bad, and I can feel it right away. Like I can feel my body acting up. So I'm really lucky in that way because I can feel right away what my body desires and what it doesn't, and what works for me and what doesn't. And so I'm just going to give you a few tips. Traveling does take a toll, especially if you're flying long distance. Already the pressure in the plane, I get a lot of air bubbles in my stomach, because the pressure just I'm really, really sensitive to the pressure when we travel. I dehydrate fast, so that's why water is so important. When we're in the plane, my whole thing is, can I just get 3 bottles of water? And I just make sure that I'm downing water the whole time. But at home, I think it's really important because we don't get enough water. And a lot of times we probably drink other things than water. But water is life force. So, you probably see me with these big jugs. I, finish this and some every single day. It's just really important. For me living in Vegas, it's more important because, one, we live in a dry state or a dry city. So it is coming back from Asia, it was so humid out there, and now coming back, my skin's like a reptile. So I have to drink as much water as I can get. I think that's the first basic, it's not expensive way to take care of your health, because water does everything that I'm going to show you with other products. Water is your cheap way to health because it pushes out toxins, it keeps you hydrated, it gives your cells the hydration that it needs. I mean, your cells, if you think about your cells, ladies, your cells bring nutrients and oxygen to all of your vital organs. But if you're not drinking water and you're not consuming nutritious foods, your cells don't really have that much to offer. It's kind of like life and relationships, really. So your cells, all of your cells are bringing vital nutrients and oxygen to all of your main organs. And so that's why it's really, really important that we're taking care of that. When we talk about brain fog, I did an article about brain fog. And when I feel I'm just so forgetful, or my energy is depleted, all of those things, I really have to look at not just things around me, but what I'm consuming. Am I drinking too much? Am I dehydrated? Am I giving my cells all of the nutrients for my vital organs? And when we talk about, do you guys hear that? Why? Why? We keep it real here, though. So what you gonna do? Guys, what is this? I can't. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. But, when we talk about emotional health, a lot of our emotions, and it's really crazy because a lot of people, we get trapped in our emotions. We talk about our emotions a lot. We talk about limiting beliefs. We have Zen Rose Garden come and give you more of the psychology and the background on our emotional well-being and where these thoughts and these stories and all of this stuff comes from. But also, we can get trapped in emotions and believe, that we are these labels like anxiety and depression and all those things when we aren't taking care of our bodies, because our gut health is so tied to every single part of our bodies and our psyche. And so Dr. Kelly Brogan talks about that in the book, A Mind of Your Own. It's such a phenomenal book, ladies. I know I've talked about it before, but she's a psychiatrist. And so she, she's helped people with extreme disorders completely transform their lives because she believed in medicine. She believed in all that. And I'm not dogging, if you're on meds or whatever, I'm not dogging that. But she, that was her background. But what she realized was, through her work, a lot of the issues and the disorders that she would come across with people could all be healed through healthy ways. So she wrote a whole book about it, and she talks about gut health and how important that is, taking care of our gut. And really, if you just think about your body as its own intelligence system, because it can heal you. It can heal you. It can also, the fear and the anxiety and all of that it can be tied to a lot of gut issues. So that's why when I come home, because I like to have a good time, I'm not trying to be strict with myself. I'm not about that life. I love to have a good time when we travel, but I also like to be healthy because I can't do what I do here if I'm not feeling good. And also your moods, right? Your moods depend on it. It's like if you're feeling shitty, what do you think you're going to be, how are you going to act out in the world? So it's really important that we kind of shift focus instead of it being like diets and so focused on fitness and exercise, which is so important, ladies, and we're going to talk about movement today. But I think it's just finding ways every single day to shift our focus on small things that we can do, to cater to our health and our well-being. Who else is on the call? I want to know. So we have Crystal, we have Christy, we have Lisa. Who else? Who else is on here? Okay. So the first thing I do when I come home. Oh, and by the way, everything we talk about, I'll put it in the description so you guys can go check them out. I also think that no matter what, I don't think it's smart to just take anyone's 2 cents on any matter. I think I'm a firm believer. I don't care if it's a doctor. I don't care if it's a super famous blogger. I always do my own research. I always get second opinions. I will see 5 doctors for one thing because I just want to get as much information as possible. So I think it's really important that as you guys watch this, and I know that you guys trust me, I hope, thank you. I'm honored that you guys trust me and ask me questions. That you're always asking questions, and that you're always curious, and that you're always trying to get to know yourself, and you're seeking, second opinion, third opinions, especially when it has to do with health. Everybody's body is different. And so what might work for me might not work for you. Okay. And I'm also not a doctor, so don't come after me. So the first thing, like I said, is water. So if you ladies are just waking up in Australia or New Zealand, the first thing you want to do is get a glass of water and chug that shit, because overnight your body is dehydrating, because for 8 hours, you should be getting 8 hours of sleep, because we're going to talk about that. For 8 hours, your body is dehydrating. I mean, because your body is working to repair itself, so it's working overtime, but not being hydrated. So the first thing you want to do is give your cells what it needs in the morning. So pour yourself a glass of water. You can squeeze some lemon in it because it helps, your pH levels. But even if you don't have lemons, just drink some water, because when we talk about cells, right, when we talk about how cells transport necessary things to our vital organs, you really want to promote cellular health. So first thing before your coffee, Christy, and we all do this because we all reach for that cup of coffee first, right? Drink your water, okay? Because one, it's just, you'll instantly feel, okay, I'm starting out my gut, right? If you think about your gut health and your cellular health, I'm starting it out with a clean slate, and you're hydrating your body after dehydration for 8 hours. Okay, so the first thing is that water, water, water. I can't, like, if there's anything that you take away from this, it's just drink your water. Okay. Sleep is so important, ladies, and I think it's just such bullshit that we live in a culture right now that idolizes, we talk about the hustle and we talk about grinding. I'm all about that. I love what I do. I love working hard. But to compromise your sleep in the process that's the worst thing you can do. There's a neuroscientist that was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I'll link it in the description above too, so you can check it out. And he studies sleep. He talks about the different stages of sleep and why it's so important to get at least 8 hours of sleep and what it does to your body when you don't. It is so important, and it's also cheap. I know that when we talk about, like, a lot of people come to me and, oh, but I suffer from anxiety and I can't sleep. Well, your anxiety is also caused by not sleeping, right? Because your anxiety, this fear state, can also be your body calling out some problems, right? Some issues. Yeah, we have stress in our lives, but when you take care of your body, you're able to handle stress better. Your mental and emotional state will be better able to focus on the problems around you. So when you're healthy, problems won't seem that big and you won't be reacting in a fear-like way. Sleep is really important. I'm actually going to be doing some content on sleep because I think that there are some brilliant things that help me that I think are useful. You know, so one of the things that I talk about at night on Snapchat is the magnesium tea, right? Regulating our magnesium levels. So I use the one that my naturopath gave me, which has, and you can find this online as well, which has vitamin C, calcium, and potassium. So find a magnesium tea, I think, with the vitamin C and the potassium is really, really important. I really love the one that she gave me. I can't show you that one, but if you're looking for, you know, one online, Calm Tea is amazing. Again, I'll put all these links above. Calm Tea is it's a useful way. There are some ones that I probably wouldn't use, but if you do the unflavored route where it's just pure magnesium, it is amazing. They also have a new one that has the potassium and the calcium in it. So, so definitely Calm Tea, you can find it online. Before I go to bed, because we're going to start with water and sleep first, because those are the two most important, because everything else you can buy, but the sleep and the water is really important, and that'll completely transform, you know, your emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, all of the ulls states, okay? So primrose oil, especially for my ladies, is really, really important. It balances your estrogen levels, but it also promotes like a lot of, it's just a fatty acid. It's useful too because it helps with your dry skin. So this is beautiful, but it also is something that you would take at night. I do, at least. I think you're supposed to take it at night, actually. It doesn't say. Maybe I just made that shit up. Okay, whatever. Evening primrose oil. There are different brands. Look into them. It's really, really good for us ladies. The other thing for night, especially when especially with jet lag, is I take a melatonin, because melatonin is, you know, we have melatonin. It's a chemical in your brain, and it gets released when you're about to go to bed, right? So this just kind of helps the process. I wouldn't get dependent on melatonin. It's a natural, it's a natural supplement, so it's not something to be scared of, but I also think it's really important to use it as a tool, but do not become dependent on it, because you want to release it on your own, right? So I use this when I'm going to be, you know, traveling across the world. So for my ladies, when I come and visit you in Australia, this is going to help me get back on your time zone, you know, and then when I come back home. So I take it when I need it, when I need to get back into the time zone that I'm in, because it helps me fall asleep faster. The other thing for sleep is, you guys see me wear it, is the blue light blocking glasses. Well, Lacey Jones, my girlfriend, you all know, from Gratified Soul, thankfully saved us, because Andrew ordered us like a few years ago those orange construction glasses, the orange construction goggles. Oh my God, I wish I had them here. And she saved us and got us a pair that actually looks cute. So I'll put the brand up on the description. But what it does is, it's, you know, when we're thinking about this tablet, right? Laptops, phones, TVs, blue light tricks your mind into thinking that it's sun. So it's harder to fall asleep, especially if you're scrolling on Facebook. So putting these glasses on before you're going to bed, just to get your mind so that you're starting to secrete all of the chemicals that will make you fall asleep on your own and naturally, that's going to be helpful. Something that I have a lot of supplements that I'm actually trying, that I feel like I will write about or do a video about later, because I interviewed a girl named Tara Mackey, and she wrote the book Wild Habits, and it is absolutely amazing because she tells her story about, you know, her mom. She grew up, her mom was a drug addict, and you know, she went through a lot of emotional shit, and so she was put, because of that, because of seeing her mom and the situations that she grew up in, she was put by a psychiatrist. She was put on so many different medications at a young age, on anxiety, antidepressants, I mean, you name it. She was on 8 different types of pharmaceutical drugs. And then she got herself off of them and made, her mission is to, you know, she made it her lifelong mission to heal herself emotionally, physically, and also spiritually, and she does that in natural ways. And she also knows that there's a lot of other supplements that regulate your, you know, your emotional health, without, you know, being dependent on pharmaceutical drugs. So her book is definitely a must read. And when I interviewed her for the podcast, which is coming out soon, I asked her, so you guys get the inside scoop, I asked her what are some 3 tips that she has for women who are struggling, you know, on an emotional roller coaster, because I see it a lot, ladies. We're having extreme highs and extreme lows. And so I thought she was going to give me just like 3, you know, the fluffy tips. Like be grateful, like, right, you know, and I love all that, but like, I thought that she was going to do that. Instead, she gave me like 4 supplements, and the supplements that she said, again, they're going to be on the podcast, but I might as well just tell you because I've actually started trying them since then. A couple of them I've already been using, and some of them I mentioned, melatonin and primrose oil, but GABA, is one of them that she suggested. GABA is a neurotransmitter. It helps the cells in your brain communicate with each other. Okay, so I take this at night with my evening primrose oil and my magnesium tea, and I can't tell you, after a week, it's so crazy because I've been taking this now since I met her, so it's been a month now. My mood, my focus, everything, I just feel so good. Again, it's when you start taking care of your health and you find things that, oh, this makes sense, because it's like, oh, your cells are communicating with each other. That's beautiful. I just feel so good. I feel so good when I'm out in the world. I feel like I'm not, you know, like the tiniest things, if they, you know, if you think about like what stresses you out, I just don't feel that anymore. Like I don't feel like I'm so antsy, which I feel like I wasn't that bad before, but this is just like, I feel more calm, which is ironic because it helps you with a calm mind. So she suggests this for anybody who feels anxious, who can't sleep at night. It's just, you know, it's a supplement that's a neurotransmitter. So I think it's brilliant. I had to use it before I would even say this to you. Everything that I'm talking about, I have used and I've tried. And because I'm so sensitive, I can feel if it works or not. So there, but definitely look it up. Look, you definitely want to find one that doesn't have all of the, like, when you're finding supplements, you want to make sure you're doing your research. You want to read reviews. You want to get second opinions. You want to look at making sure that they don't have other ingredients and what it's made out of and all those things. You definitely want to speak with a professional if you can, or do all of your research. Don't take my word for it. Okay. So that's, if we're talking about sleep, at night, I do magnesium tea, my primrose oil, my GABA. If I'm traveling, my melatonin. Most of the time I can just fall asleep on my own, especially with my blue light blocking sunglasses. Outside of the supplement route, I think it's really, really important that you turn off your phone when you're going to sleep, ladies. Ladies, turning off your phone or putting it on airplane mode, because it's bad for you. If your phone, I mean, if you think of, oh, what am I trying to say? If you're thinking of, what's the word? Do I need more coffee? Do I need more GABA? What's happening? Your phone, oh my goodness, what's the word, ladies? What am I trying to say? Can you guys help me out? Let me see. Like the waves that are, what am I trying to say? Hold on. Don't you just love how like professional I am? Don't you just love this? What am I trying to say? Sorry, I'm looking it up. Because then I want to tell you why I do it. Hold on. Oh, what am I trying to say? Anyways, okay, nobody's helping me out. That's great. Thanks, ladies. What is it? Because I want to tell you my woohoo reason for turning off the phone. So I think it's radio frequency waves. I think that's what it is, and I don't think it's good for us. There's a lot of research behind it. No, EMF, sorry, electromagnetic fields, which is just not good. It's not good for us, especially if you're keeping it right next to your bed. So if you think of EMFs, and if you think about like your data and how you're like text messages or anything that's coming into your phone without it being on airplane mode, it's emitting the EMFs, and that's just not really good for our health, especially next to our heads. So there's a lot of crystals that I think selenite is really, really good to help block the EMFs coming in. If you live in a building where there's a lot of Wi-Fi too, you know, if you're living in units with where other people have Wi-Fi, it's really harmful actually to our health. You don't see it, but it causes a lot of issues. And so there are a few things that you can do to limit the amount of EMFs, but there are some crystals. Lacey got me into selenite towers, which I have in front of the TV and kind of near my bed. And Zen Rose would know a little bit more about some crystals that will help with the EMFs in your home. But I definitely think it's really important, one, to turn off your phone at night because that reason. Two, it stops you from scrolling. It gets you into a pattern of sleep where you turn it off, you're not scrolling, you're not turning it back on to scroll. I think it's just, it stops the pattern. Or you can put your phone on a charger outside of the room. I think it's really important to get off our phones, ladies, because sleep is priority. So set a timer at the end of the night. If it's 9:30 or if it's 10 o'clock, you turn off your phone. The other woohoo reason why I turn off my phone is I actually can feel, I don't sleep very well when my phone is on. Because I don't know if this is just me being woohoo, but I can actually feel like a lot of information coming in. And I just feel like it stops me, it keeps me waking up. So that's the reason why I turn off my phone, plus for health reasons, plus it gets me into like I have to turn off my phone because I gotta go to sleep. And then also you know, when Andrew and I have our time, we don't want to be on our phones. Like there's why, you know, you don't want to disrupt couples' time with the phone. So sleep is really important. Get those blue light blocking glasses, take the magnesium tea, the GABA, the melatonin, the primrose oil, turn off your phones. If you need to take a little bath before you get into bed, I think a hot shower is really good. It helps you calm down. Anything to get you in a calm state so that you can go to bed. When I get back home though, now that we're done with sleep, water and sleep, which is really important. Sorry, this is going to be pretty long, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys have any questions, I would love that because I feel like I'm just talking to myself right now. Okay. Or to Astro. When I get home, to beat jet lag, I have to go outside. I have to go outside. I guess you guys were. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everybody's here and I didn't see these comments. This is weird. Oh, so David is on. Okay, so black tourmaline. How did I not just scroll down? I need like all the gods to help me here. Yes, that's what okay, yeah, exactly. Electromagnetic. If I just scroll down, I would have seen that you guys were helping me. That's what I was trying to say. One of the ways to beat jet lag for me is I have to get out of the house. Like I have to be outside. You know, we always take Astro hiking, even though all of you had some issues with me going hiking by myself because everyone was talking about snakes. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. No, I appreciate it, but let me live my life. We go to the park with Astro. A good thing is, yeah, you know, walking around barefooted on grass or grounding yourself. I think it's really, really important to get yourself outside. That's what helps. Is everybody laughing at me? And oh my God. Okay, so David's going to troll me this whole time. That's amazing. We're going to troll him tomorrow when I see him. So going outside, moving your body. I like to tire myself out, especially when I have jet lag. I think for me, I like to work out at night so I can pass out. So just moving your body high intensity for me, or just doing some stretches gets my body into, I just feel really good. And it makes me, you know, more tired before I go to bed. You guys know that I have Erin Simone in my kitchen. She is our plant-based chef, and she makes me, you know, my ginger shots. It's with turmeric, ginger, lemon. She juices it, and that's really good because I do take turmeric and curcumin on my travels because I can feel when I have inflammation in my body, when I start having aches and pains in my back and my neck. Sorry, now I know to scroll down. Yes. What do I drink during the day, Lisa? I drink water. That's all you need to drink. I'll have my tea sometimes, and obviously right now I started my morning really early and been running around, so I have a coffee, a midday coffee, but that's not usually a thing. I usually just have my coffee in the morning. But I'm a fan of herbal teas throughout the day, but water is the only thing I drink. Hi, Heather. I love you too. I miss you. So yeah, so if you're thinking of like a natural Tylenol, turmeric is the way to go. So I'm like going through turmeric, especially when I travel, because I get my back aches, and if you're dehydrated, I do feel inflammation in my body. So I do take turmeric. It also helps, you know, I get really bad period cramps, and I don't like to take Tylenol or Advil, and turmeric helps. So it might not always help to the like a lot of times I have a lot of pain, but the turmeric does help. And I think it's really, really great. What do you put in your water? I just drink water. Yeah, I just drink water. Sometimes I'll cut a lemon and I'll squeeze the lemon in it, but water. Yeah, lemon is good. Lemon water is really good for you. Today I didn't put any lemon. It's just water. Oops. Hi guys. Hi Shantae. Oh, my sister's here. Hi. Okay, so let's talk. So you know why I drink my ginger shots now. Let's talk. What do we want to talk about? Should we talk about lymphatic drainage, or should we talk, oh, you know what, let's talk about that. So your lymphatic system is, this is what pushes out the toxins from your body, right? So you hear Lacey talking about the dry brushing technique that she does, and what you do is you start from your legs all the way up to your heart. Dry brushing is really good because it circulates your lymphatic system, and it pushes a lot of things out. Another thing that you can do is we have a rebounder, so we jump on the rebounder, and it's just a light jump just to move your lymphatic system around. I really think that that's important. In your face, ladies, you guys probably have seen these. I love this. Because I do, like, especially after traveling, I get so poofy and puffy. So I'm constantly kind of doing like a lymphatic facial, but you kind of, push it up and then out, down this way. I wish I had something with product that I can show you, but that helps a lot too. Yeah, just drink water, babe. That's all. Am I pre-gaming for tomorrow? Yeah, I need to drink a little bit more water before that. Oh my goodness, actually, I kind of need the pre-game tomorrow. Or I kind of need tomorrow. I kind of need a glass of wine. Or two. So your lymphatic system is really, really important, and taking care of that. Again, I realize I'm spending a lot of time, so I'm going to move through this. You can look it up. I'm going to put all of the resources in the description above so that you can kind of dive a little bit deeper. As I said, I'm really dehydrated when I come home, especially from the plane and then just living in Las Vegas. So doing like a lymphatic facial. I also do one, obviously, because I gotta promote my girl. The Rose Aloe Witch Toner, which is my favorite one. I go through these probably 5 of these. No, 3 of these a month. Can you believe that? That's how much I love this. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. Who has this, by the way? I want to know. And then a mask. A mask. There's a lot of Korean masks, and I don't know why I was in Seoul and I didn't buy a shit ton of masks, but I love Dr. Jart, and I know that some people love this brand and some people don't. I personally love it. I think it gets the job done. I can see a difference in my skin when I use Dr. Jart. So this is the hydration lover, because when I am super dehydrated, this is what's necessary. My skin just feels so plump in a good way, not in like I need a lymphatic drainage massage what kind of way, but like in a good way. So on the podcast, you probably heard me talking about 4-Sigmatic, the mushroom coffee. I was too busy with the Korean massage. Oh my God, ladies, can you believe that shit happened? Can you believe it? And then I got yelled at for wearing a bathing suit in the spa. Can we just discuss that for a second? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, and then did you guys see Christy's little episode with the Dr. Jart masks? Christy, can you post a picture of that whole, can you post a picture of you with the mask in this group? That was ridiculous. So you heard me talking about 4-Sigmatic, which is the mushroom coffee. They're amazing. I like them when I'm on the go. I think that there are other, and I'm just being quite honest, I love them when we're on the go, and because Lacey turned me to them. Obviously, Lacey is like the hub of all the goodness for stuff like this when we were traveling. But the one that I've been using for years is this brand is absolutely amazing. It is my favorite by far. You know, a lot of people question mushrooms because it's just like a lot of you probably don't even love mushrooms or don't like mushrooms, can't stand mushrooms, or you probably love them. It's either you absolutely hate mushrooms or you absolutely are ride or die for mushrooms. I've never met somebody who is in the middle. Like I hate mushrooms, like normal mushrooms. The mushroom powder though, that we use is they have different brands based off the mushroom. This is lion's mane. There's so many benefits to mushrooms. There's actually a book on mushrooms that Andrew read, and just the whole intelligence system of mushrooms is on another level. It is crazy when you read about mushrooms. But I'm just going to tell you some of the benefits, and I do love Four Sigmatic because they make it really easy. My favorite though is the mushroom hot cacao mix. This is with reishi mushroom. I'll give you some of the benefits in a second. But they come in these little packets. So it just makes it easy when you're if you have to put it in your purse, and all you need is just hot water. You know, it just makes it really easy to get your daily mushroom in. Mushrooms are so good for you ladies and so necessary. So whatever way you get them, of course we love Four Sigmatic. But if you're thinking about in your home, I'm just going to be real with you. I love like this is what me and Andrew have been using for years and years. And they have so many different types of mushroom powder. So some of the mushrooms like which one is this one? So lion's mane, which is the mushroom coffee mix, is like for memory, focus, and nerve health. This one, that's a sampler box, so that doesn't count. Oh, by the way, got my like influencer sampler box, so I'm like living the best life right now. Remember on the podcast, I like spend so much money on these brands, and finally they're sending me free shit, so I feel like I've achieved something, you know? Yeah, reishi is amazing. So yeah, so this one, reishi is an adaptogen. It promotes your immune system. Let's see what else. What's this one? Did we say, let's see. Yeah, lion's mane. We already talked about. Cordyceps is energy, stamina, and endurance. Chaga is a super antioxidant. What other ones do I have? But yeah, I love lion's mane. So what I do with this obviously I'm almost done with it. Let's see. Has a little scooper duper. I just put this in my coffee every morning. I make my own mushroom coffee. Thank you, Four Sigmatic. I'm just kidding. I love Four Sigmatic, but I'm just saying. So I just put this much in. And with my coffee, guys, because I know a lot of you guys ask me, I use almond milk. And I'm not a fan of sweeteners, which is, I think, why I only use Four Sigmatic when we're traveling, because it does have stevia in it, which is not that bad, but I just prefer it not to have that. So when I use almond milk, I also make sure that there's no sweeteners added. So that's on the mushroom front. So I'm going to put a link to Ohm so that you can read about it, and Four Sigmatic, because Four Sigmatic is also offering us a discount code, so that's kind of a cool thing for us. What else is going on? Yeah, we're achieving things right now. High level networking communication. Yes, mushrooms are on another level, you know, which just makes you question like the consciousness of plants. yeah, anyways, I'll go into another thing. The other thing that I love that Erin Simone brought into our home, and she actually talked about this on the podcast, and we reached out to the founder of Everlasting Youth, and she's going to be on the podcast, and she'll be giving us a discount code. We just need to get it for you guys. This is something we have a beauty elixir that Simone and I are going to prepare for you guys and give you the recipe for on the blog. It is amazing. Simone tries to make it for me, and I make it for myself like midday usually. It's like well, I'm not going to give you all the shit about it, but it's we call it our brain and beauty elixir, because it's just, this promotes a lot of collagen, memory, focus. There's like a lot of anti-aging elements, but it's also really great for your memory and focus. So if we're talking about brain health, this is the way to go. So Everlasting Youth will get you guys all the info, and hopefully we can get that discount code for you guys. But this is pretty much just a lot of goodness. It has a lot of mushrooms. It has a lot of things that I can't even pronounce, but you know, you can look it up, and it was good. I like Googled literally every ingredient just to make sure, because you know I have questions. Goji berry. It's just like a bunch of goodness. Yeah, mostly mushrooms though. But I'm gonna show you guys. Just the powder. I don't want to spill it on my computer. It's amazing. So yeah, we'll show you that elixir. It's so good. It's so good. It really does feel like you're having like a hot cocoa, because it tastes so good too. With all the stuff that we put in, because we put in just so much. Okay, no, I can't because we're working on it right now. What else? Do you guys have any questions? Oh, Christy's trying to put the picture of her in the comments. That's hysterical. That was scary. Who saw that Instagram story of Christy with that face mask on? It's insane. Another thing which, oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh no, is it gone? Sorry guys, there's really cool things that I want to share with you. Oh, I think it's gone. Okay, never mind. This is really, this is something that you can put in your water. You just put a few drops of. It's cell food. It's just a silica formula. Which is really good for your skin and your joints, your heart and brain function, because we're all about heart and brain function. So what we do, and we're going to talk a lot about this when Simone's episode comes out, you just put a couple of drops of it in your water every day. Let's see. Oh my God. It was insane. That picture was insane. What else do I need to show you? Okay, so the first thing I do now, this is just like, that was the health front. The other thing, obviously, so that I'm not leaving anything out, Andrew and I eat a mostly plant-based diet, which is mostly greens and vegetables. I am not vegan, I'm not vegetarian. We just eat a plant-based diet, so we prefer more vegetables. Once in a blue moon, I'll have, red meat. But yeah, 80% is always greens. So that helps me get back into, my health and focus for work. Because I feel good more. I feel better with a more plant-based diet, but that's, I don't judge anybody who, like everybody has their own way, and what feels good to you is what you should do. When I get back to work, I have like 500, or when I come back home, I have 500 people in my family, okay? I'm swamped. And everybody's got shit that's happening, right? Everybody's got stuff going on. I have work. I have, you know, obviously me and Andrew, we're building a house. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of things going on that takes time. And will make you feel overwhelmed at times when you're coming back in from vacation and or traveling, because you feel like you're in catch-up mode. So the number one thing I do when I'm on the plane is like I love being in the plane and working. I love going over notes. I love writing down. I do a brain dump every single time I come home or when I'm on the plane. Like if they have Wi-Fi, I'm like, I will be up all day on that plane. Like all the way home was like an 11-hour flight. Or 12-hour flight, I was just all night. I remember, Heather, I messaged you. I was like 35,000 feet up in the air messaging David and Heather about my ideas for the event. Like, I'm just like, you know, that's just me. But it's really, really important when you're coming back from a long trip to do a brain dump. And when I say brain dump is I just get a plain journal, and I always just use a black journal that I have, like I order in bulk, and I just write down every single thing that's on my mind. It could be health, it could be business, it could be stress, it could be somebody I'm annoyed with, it could be anything, and I'm just doing a brain dump of everything that's consuming me in this moment. I scribble on paper of everything that I'm consumed with and everything that's stressing me out, and until I have literally nothing left to say on paper. And it won't make sense. Like, you can't judge it. You're just brain dumping your way to success. Okay. So I'm just writing. It's scribble. Sometimes I'm looking up as I'm writing, and I'm just like thinking, I'm feeling, and I'm like, oh my God, I have pain in my lower back, and I'm writing that. And then I'm like, my toe hurts. And then, you know, somebody wants this, and I have to respond to this email. And then it's just like, I'm just brain dumping everything. But the reason why I do that is because, you know, we're always consumed and stressed when we talk about anxiety. It's always things, yes, there's so many deeper reasons why we feel anxious, but a lot of things go unnoticed. You know, a lot of things that are consuming our energy and our time are things that could probably be handled and be dealt with, and we won't need to stress about it anymore. So what I do is just, then I look over my mess of the papers. I have like usually 4 of them. And I look over and I start circling the things that I can do in a week. Okay, so just the things that I actually have some control over and things that I can do in a week. When I circle those things, I start planning them, right? So when I circle, if it's like, okay, lower back pain, what do I need to do I think I could cure my lower back pain. Okay, what do I need to do with my health? What daily routine do I need to have in order to cure my back pain? What movements do I need to do? So when we talk about, you know, we all talk about this. When I said be very intentional about your tasks, be very intentional about your goals. So you can't just say, oh, I want to focus more on my health. Well, what does that mean to you? Okay, so when you set tasks in an intentional way, focusing on your health can be me focusing on my lower back this week. I'm going to focus on my lower back this week. So I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get rid of inflammation, to move, to stretch, you know, drinking water, doing everything that's going to promote, you know, healing. But it's very intentional. So I might do Pilates, but my intention is to cure my lower back. So you're being very intentional, and every week I'll have a different focus. Okay. In Japan and Korea, I had a lot of problem with my shoulders. So I did everything I could every single day to make sure that I am healing and I'm stretching and I'm building strength in my back. So I think it's just really important to be intentional. Bye, David. Love you. See you guys tomorrow. Being very intentional with your tasks is so important. So important. So what I do is I see that list, I circle the things that I can get done in a week, and then I start scheduling it for every single day. And here's how I schedule. I schedule for health, I schedule for business, I schedule for family and friends. Mostly when I'm coming back, it's mostly for family because family gets priority of my time. And then it goes, you know, or my close family members. I'm not trying to like see all 500 of my family members, but my close family members. I schedule for my relationship. So you're kind of, there's this balance wheel of like what's getting your attention, because again, fulfilling life, your fulfilling life is really giving focus to a lot of different areas of your life. So setting the time, making the time, and being very intentional and strategic about what it is that you're going to be doing in the week. You can do that no matter who you are or what you do. So that's something that I do. So the brain dump helps because then I can see, then I can circle the things I think are bigger tasks that need a little bit more focus. And I set those as like my monthly goals, you know. I love, like when we're talking about emails, if I'm like, oh, this person needs an email, this person needs an email, I need to do this email, and I set one day to just email everybody. And I think we live in a time where everything is just urgent. And it isn't until recently where, you know, I'll get text messages from people and sometimes I'll go a week without replying because I have prioritized, this sounds weird, but prioritized people in my life. So my close friends, my close family gets my attention. You know, sometimes I'm just like busy and I can't, like, sometimes I'll go a day and I'll forget to respond. But usually like my close, like from the priority people, they get my attention fast. When it's other people or acquaintances are, you know, reaching out, people I haven't heard from, I have no problem not responding for a week. I don't care if it's a text message. I think a text message makes it super urgent, but it's not. You know, so unless you're in my priority circle, people who need my attention, you're not going to get it. So I think that that's really important, especially when I come back from a long trip, because I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on, you know, and so there's only so much attention. There's only so much of me that I can give to everyone. So I need to make sure I'm good. I need to make sure I don't have jet lag and that I'm feeling good and I'm taking care of my health and that I'm getting my business in order and that, you know, my relationship is good and that my family members know that I love them, and then everybody else can wait in line, you know? So that's kind of how I see it. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? By the way, I can't wait to try this, but Four Sigmatic has a mushroom lemonade mix. I can't wait to try this. And it has charcoal and chaga. Ooh, and charcoal is good for, you know, obviously helping you rid the toxins out of your body. It's not something you want to take all the time because it also rids all the nutrients as well. So you definitely just want to take it when you're like detoxing or like you ate something bad or you're hungover or before you start drinking. But does anybody have any questions? So sleep, water, mushrooms, the supplements that I talked about that promotes a calm mind and promotes brain health and heart health and sleep. Prioritizing people, prioritizing your time, being very intentional and about the things that you're going to be doing and the things that you want to do and the things that you need to accomplish and the things that are weighing you down. Here's the thing. If you're getting weighed down by stuff that you can't control or is reliant on other people, you're wasting your time. That just keeps you feeling comfortable about being stuck. So make sure that when you're doing this brain dump, that you're looking at things that you can actually do. And a lot of times it could be, yeah, it could be about other people, but the things that you circle are things that you can do because you can't control. If you're waiting on somebody to come through for you, no, That's you. That's just your excuse for staying stuck. So for me, when I come back, it is all me. It is all me. And I will prioritize people, and the people that I love will get my time, and the people that deserve my time, like those are my close people. Other than that, you know, and I barely have time for that, right? So, you know, I ain't got no time for anybody else. Do I take care of vitamins? No, because everything that I take is natural, and you'll see your hair and health change because of it. So the more healthy you are, there's no need for, I think it's all just marketing and all of that. So a lot of times when, you know, when I talk about, you know, the silica, which helps hair and skin and brain and heart function, a lot of, like, if you're consuming healthy fats, that's just a natural byproduct. You're gonna have healthier hair. Yay! I'm looking forward to doing my own research on some of the products. Yes, 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 yes. Anything else? Yeah, so we'll put all the links above, and you guys can take a look. I will be doing a more in-depth article about some of these things. As you can see, I'm like on the spot. I don't even know. My mind is a little, I'm coming back from a trip. I got a lot of stuff happening. So definitely I'll go deeper with some of these things, and the products will be listed on the site as well, but we'll put it here for the group. Any questions? Did you show the charcoal pills? Let me see if I have any. Uh-oh, I think I ran out. Yeah, I don't have any more. I threw, like when I travel and I bring vitamins, I just like to throw them away when I get back because they get kind of weird. But the charcoal, activated charcoal, is exactly what it is. There's, it's like in a little capsule, just like a vitamin. Yeah, it's just activated charcoal. And Whole Foods has them. You can buy them online, look at the reviews, look at the ratings, check to make sure that there's nothing else added to it. Sometimes they have coconut and activated charcoal, that's fine. Yeah, let's see. Anything else? What's going on? What's up, puppy? Anything else? I think we're good then. Is we good? Is we all good? Who downloaded the PDF on the Ladies Coach? So if you go to ladiescoach.com, you check out the blog post, there is a downloadable free, pretty much like an ebook that we created for you with my top tips for relationships. And, you know, it's a good one, I promise. So hopefully you guys get that downloaded, or check if you were able to check your email yesterday that we sent out. We added the link there. So make sure you do. Who's loving the new site? I need some water now. It's so weird. Facebook takes a while until I see like comments and stuff. Who is loving the site besides my team? For anxiety and depression, how would you handle that without going on meds? I mean, it's a deeper issue than the topic that we can cover right now, than the discussion that we can cover right now, because there's so many different things to look at. There's the emotional factor, there's the health, there's you know, the story. I mean, so that's why it's, you know, checking out some of the resources that we have, Zen Rose Garden, you know, the Deep Rooted, you know, making sure that you're catering to a healthy mind, a healthy body. If you think that you're just going to cure, like there's no one answer to cure any type of emotion because it's so different for everyone. What causes your anxiety or how you fall into depression is going to be different than how somebody else does. But I think if you're catering to your overall health every single day, it's going to be harder to have mood swings. It's going to be harder to get into an emotional roller coaster if you're taking care of you. But there's so many different, because then you got to get down to, you're going to when you're in these emotional lows. Where is that? How can that be healed? Who do you need to call on to help you heal that? And what are you doing every single day to promote a healthy mind? What are you doing every single day to create a new story? There's so many different elements to that. So again, it's you taking charge, for me, it's my responsibility to be in charge of my emotions. What happened when I was younger is I'm a grown adult now, so I'm in charge of my life. And the only person that's going to take care of my health and my spirit and my and my happiness is me. Oh, thank you, Kendall. Yay, Christy. Oh my goodness. Okay, ladies, let me know if you have any other questions or if there's anything you want me to go live with for the next round. You guys want me to talk about something. I think sleep is such a huge important, and I'm trying out some new things. I would love to have that neuroscientist on the podcast, dream big, because I just love everything that he has to say. And I think it's really important that we're catering to our sleep because that's how your body is healing itself, in the middle of the night. So thank you for giving me your time and waking up early for this. This is crazy. Thank you. All right, ladies, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm going to, Astro's giving me the side eye right now. So that's my life. I love you. Hope you have a beautiful day. Okay, I'm done.